But the question that I have for Umar and guys like him, why aren't you currently with a black woman? Why don't you have your black wife? And why are you hiding her if you do have one? A lot of these guys that claim to be pro-black, they're hiding their women or they're not with a black woman. See, I understand if you're coming from a place of black family, like you have your own black family, so therefore, you want to promote the black family. But how are you going to promote the black family when you don't have one? You don't have a black wife. Where's your black queen? But you want to chastise other black men for not having one? I just don't understand it. Yeah, he don't practice what he preach. But they have so much to say about who should be dating who. Where is your black wife? Now, he met up with Sukihana, okay, one of the most dysfunctional women I have ever seen. Right? Now, she is covered up. I told y'all, Sukihana is an actress. Sukihana is an actress. Her image, I believe, was created by her. I don't think she is what her image is. I think she created this image to make a living for herself. This is why when that whole situation happened with YK Osiris, it is because it wasn't in a controlled situation. And she is not who she portrays herself to be. There's a lot of women like this. There's a lot of women who go out here and they seek attention, but when they get that attention, they feel some type of way. These are the type of women that Umar wants to uplift. This is why this whole meeting happened, because again, she was putting it out there that she wanted to link up with Umar Johnson. And almost in a sexual way, right? And they finally met up with each other. Right? Now, I want y'all to understand something. Umar Johnson is willing to meet up with Sukihana. Would he meet up with a black conservative? Somebody that isn't necessarily pro-black, but he's willing to meet up with Sukihana, who makes black women look bad. You see, Umar chastises black men for making black women look bad. But what about the black women who make themselves look bad? What about the story about the black woman who held her daughter as a shield when she was about to be arrested? Did Umar address that yet? About these black women who do not care about their children? See if I can find it real quick. Shout out to Elbert. Says, what's up, Jay? I'm still upset with him blaming black men for the reason the community is messed up. Appreciate it. See, that's the problem. And then that's the pandering that black men have a problem with. That pandering. We're tired. We're sick and tired of the pandering. These women have a lot of faults, bro. And ignoring the faults of these women will only make the community even worse. It will only make the community worse if you continue to ignore the behaviors of these women. We should not be ignoring what is right in front of our face. These women choose the men that they're in relationships with. So everybody's here.
What's up, Jay? I'm still upset.
Now, I will say this, though. Appreciate it. But I will say this, though. When a community does fail, it is because there isn't male leadership there. But you got to look at the black community. The black community has been destroyed due to policies that black women have embraced. They have embraced feminism. They have embraced the social welfare that they get. You have black women who thought for years that they can do it without the child's father. And they put their kids in a lot of bad situations because they thought that they could raise their children on their own with another man. Make sure y'all like the stream. And they have been proven wrong yet again. And my thing is this. I have nothing against Umar personally. But I just think that he does a whole lot of uplifting of extra average women who do nothing but destroy the image of black women. But you embrace it. You're there with Sukihana. This woman is the one. She has made more black women look bad than black men has made black women look bad. See, we as black men, we point out the things that these women have done. We're not lying on black women. We're not making things up with these women. We point out truths. But see, when your platform is uplifting a broken group of women without trying to fix those, see, what Umar should be doing is counseling these women. These women are broken. But you overlook it. You overlook their flaws in order to point out what black men are doing. But bro, they choose the black men that they're with. They overlook men who are competent. They overlook men who have jobs. Let's be real, because there's a lot of these women who are purposely dating black men who are bums. They choose those men. Those men didn't make, listen, those men didn't deceive them, didn't pull the wool over their eyes. The only problem that these women run into is that they thought that they could control these men. They really thought that they could control these men, but they can't. You can't control a grown man. But only in the minds of westernized women, they believe that they can control a man and get a man in their atmosphere. And that man is always going to rebel. 98% of the time, those men are going to rebel because they're going to start to see you as their mother. And they're going to rebel like they did against their mother. So when you heifers start trying to be mothers to your boyfriends, they're going to rebel and they're going to turn against you. And they're going to do things to take you down a few notches. I wish a lot of these women understood this. I wish a lot of them understood that trying to fix a man and trying to date a man who has nothing, it's never going to work. The only people on planet Earth that believe that that can work is the Americanized black woman. And that's why we have a community that is destroyed. There's no male leadership. And instead of Umar looking at that, he wants to look at the men. But bro, we have 2 generations of men that have been raised by women. But he doesn't want to look in that direction because it's too obvious. See, it's easy to look to men as the problem, when in reality, it's these women and their choices. Listen, if you're not choosing men who are about family, that is a you problem. You can't sit up there and blame every man for what these women are doing. Nobody wants to hold these women accountable. That's the sickening part, is that they want to go straight to, well, where were the men at? I mean, was she choosing men or was she choosing males? When you have a bunch of women, domineering women controlling the household, single, but they got a bunch of kids, that is a choice. These women are choosing to deal with men who are not capable of leadership. When you're choosing someone to be a supervisor, when you're choosing someone to be a CEO, you want somebody that displays leadership qualities. These women have been choosing men who've shown no qualities of leadership for a very long time. And I think now they're regretting it because the dating pool for them has gotten so bad and they've waited so long to make those changes. You can't wait until you're in your 40s to make changes. You have to make those changes when you're at an age where you have the best options, but those options are not always going to be there. At some point, men are going to not care about you anymore. They're going to move on. And that's what is happening. That's why you're seeing Umar Johnson speak the way he's speaking about, men going their own way, or passport boys, as he called them. It is because in his mind, if you have to like black women because black women are going to fix the mistakes that men like him have made. I'm pretty sure Umar has dated plenty of women, and he didn't choose to pursue the relationship further because in his mind, some other man should do that for him. See, y'all want other men to fix the mistakes that you have made, making these women single mothers. I just think that ultimately it's going to come to a point to where the Umar Johnsons of the world are going to have to fix these women themselves. They're going to have to wipe these women up. And honestly, I don't know if it's going to happen. I was sent this video of Umar. I got a couple of them, and we're going to get into it. But see, he wants other people to do what he's unwilling to do, what he's not capable of doing. We can't say, well, he's a young man. I mean, I wouldn't say he's young, but he's not an old man. He's at an age where, a lot of men will start to want to settle down. He still hasn't done that because he believes in being a bachelor. I don't think he believes in saving nobody. I don't think he believes in trying to, wife up these women. Unfortunately, I think a lot of these women are delusional, and they're gonna see Umar Johnson as somebody who has their best interest at heart. Maybe he does, but ultimately he's gonna have to show better than he's telling right now.